Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Greg. I just wanted to cut this short video real quick to actually help you be able to post on Facebook. And, most people they get on Facebook when they start a business and they don't know what to post about. So I wanted to be able to give you some real good tips on posting on Facebook, and that way you know exactly what to do once you actually get on Facebook. A lot of the times we get into our news feed and we start looking at all the posts that people are making that we're friends with, and what ends up happening is, we get stuck there, and then when we finally get the time to go onto our wall and go and start posting, we kind of draw a blank, or we kind of forget what we're going to post about. So I want to be able to give everybody a thorough list of what kinds of content to post on Facebook or any social media platform for that matter, anywhere that you have an internet real estate property, so to speak. So with that said, I'm going to go over to a list that I typed up and just kind of go briefly through the list, and there'll be future videos on this if there's not already, somewhere on my YouTube channel or my blog, or wherever it is that I host any content in. Okay, so what I did was I typed up 11 types of content posts that you can start posting about. The very first one is picture quotes or memes, which are just pictures with words on them, from various quotes that we find across the internet. Maybe on top of a beautiful picture that we like, or a picture that we find on the internet, or maybe some picture that we've actually taken with our smartphones, right, or our cameras, and we get a nice quote, either from a book or a movie, or somewhere that will that had some kind of influence inside people's lives, and some motivation, inspiration, something like that. That's exactly what I'm talking about there. You can go find a bunch of those on my Facebook wall for examples. Number two, a lifestyle post, and actually post something that's actually happening inside of your life. You come across people, and they want to be able to know what you're about, or know more about you, and the only way they're going to get to know you a lot closer on the internet is by seeing some of the posts that you make about what you have going on in your daily life, and or weekly, or monthly, or whatever's going on with you and your kiddos, your family, all that kind of good stuff. That helps them get to know you a little bit better, without actually ever being on the phone with you, from the get-go. But obviously, you cement those kind of relationships over time, through phone and chats and all that kind of good stuff. So that's number two. Number three is quick tips about something maybe that you learned, whether you learned it from a video that you watched, you learned it from something that you read, or something that maybe you have listened to, or maybe even it was a local event, or maybe an event that you actually had to travel across, from city to city or state to state, and you gathered some tips, maybe because you wrote them down, some notes on a notepad, or something like that. You want to be able to give those kind of tips out to other people. Whatever you give away, you always get to keep, is a good philosophy to think about, by Joe Schroeder, that I learned so long ago. So make sure that whatever it is that you learn, you give it away, you teach it, pass it on to somebody else, and let it be shared across the internet, which is obviously what we all want, right? We want viral posts to go out there. So that's number three. Number four, make sure that you give out offers to check out your product or service, or whatever business opportunity that you may be a part of, and by doing so, you let people know that you're in business, and they know exactly what you're into, or they at least can get closer to whatever it is that you sell. And obviously on the internet, it's nice to be able to have sales come in whenever you're possibly sleeping, or maybe out with your friends or your family, or doing various things throughout the day. It's nice to be able to put out your offers and have people get closer to you, or get closer to whatever it is that you sell, based on the audience that you're posting to. Keep that in mind. Number five is an invitation to training events that you may be having. It could be something that you have online or offline. I know that we have on our Simple Freedom team, we have Super Saturday events from time to time, and we have them, from coast to coast, from New Jersey all the way to California and back. So those are local events that you can possibly, invite into, as well as any hangouts that you host online. Maybe you have a 22 Social page, 22 Social app for your fan page on Facebook, and you're able to host training events there, like we do on our team. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. I'm going to train more on that And if you want to learn more about it really quick, then just shoot me a message on Facebook. Number 6 is a video and pic post. That is pretty self-explanatory. Pics about you or yourself, or maybe a inspirational photo or something that relates to your audience. And obviously, same thing with a video. It could be yours or somebody else's, or something that's of value that will provide that value into somebody else's life. And number 7 is a blog post review and a link to your blog. If you don't have a blog already, you can make a free one going through Tumblr.com, or creating your own fan page if you haven't done so already, and use that as a blogging platform to host your content and be able to point to the links that you create of those blogs. You can also make one on WordPress.com as well. But obviously, if you've been in the game for a little bit, you might want to consider getting your own hosted blog, and we'll talk about that later on in the future. But for now, that's number 7. Okay, number 8, a product review post with a pic, description, opinion, and a link. Again, that's self-explanatory. You want to review the products and services that you may be selling across the internet. So you want to make a little review video about what it is that you have to offer, and then show people maybe the inside of what it is that you have through, again, a pic, a pic or maybe a screenshot of what it is that you're showing, and or a video, right? And obviously in the actual post itself, you want to describe what it is that people are going to see in the review, and then give your opinion on whatever it is that you're reviewing, whether or not you think it's great, you think it's not that great, or you think it's something that could be beneficial to somebody else's life, and then post a link, directing people to it, especially if it's one of your offers, right? You want to get people closer to that link, and you want to be able to give them a thorough review of whatever it is that you have to offer. Number 9 is a promoted page post that's keyword targeted with a pic and a story inside of it. And what that means is, basically, when you're in network marketing, you're in the internet space, you want people to relate with what it is and why it is that you actually got into whatever it is that you're promoting. So again, this can be for any kind of business. Every business uses story content in their marketing, from things that you see on TV to the things that you see across the internet, to even the little ads that you see on your phone nowadays. Every business has a story, and if you read their material, once you actually buy the product, you can go choose any product that you have in your household right now. I'm sure there's a little story attached to it somewhere that kind of briefly describes maybe when they got started, what they're about, and it's something short, but it does deliver a piece of their story, and that's exactly what number 9 is talking about. Number 10 is a news reporting post, something that could be, obviously involved in your industry, whatever it is, whether you're in the movie industry, music industry, or any kind of business, MLM, network marketing, internet marketing, maybe you do weight loss, whatever it is that you promote, you can offer news story posts that relate directly to the audience that you're targeting. So that's number 10. Number 11 is, again, another self-explanatory one, quotes, thoughts, or rants. Quotes being something that you read out of a book or you got out of a movie. Maybe you saw a video that somebody shared with you, and you thought the quote that someone said in that video was beneficial. You want to post that kind of stuff, without any pictures, without anything else. Just actually quote the person who said it. And if it's your own quote, then quote yourself, right? Why not? Your thoughts. People want to know what it is you're thinking about. And that's exactly what Facebook is. When you post something, you're most of the time going directly from your thought to whatever it is you're typing, whether it's on your phone or your laptop or whatever device you're using. You're going from thought to typing. So people love to know your thoughts, and especially really only so if you're positive. If you're negative, then I guess if that negative audience, or if you have a negative audience, they're going to relate to that. But when you're in business, you really want to shy away and really get off of Facebook if you have something negative going on in your life. You don't want to post anything negative, because you want people to have a good perception of who it is that they're dealing with, and you want to remain positive, especially if you're in business. You can't really move forward unless you're in a positive thought frame. So share those kind of thoughts with people. People need to hear it. They hear enough bad already from the news and all the media and all the all the stuff that happens, out there in the world. So, make sure that you give some positive thoughts to another human being. It'll spark them inside, and you never know what it is that you might think about that somebody else needed to hear. And same thing with a rant. You can go on for minutes on end, or up to an hour. I mean, it really depends on what it is that you're talking about. But a rant is a rant is a rant. So you can do it wherever it is that wherever it is that you're at. If you have that thought into your, spark into your mind, where maybe you're reading something, you just heard something, or you saw something, and maybe you just want to get it on video. Get it on video. Make a rant about it. Why not post it up there? People want to know who it is that they're dealing with, and what better way than for you to just let them see what it is exactly that you're thinking about, maybe through a video or an audio, right? You can record it, put it on SoundCloud. That's there also. At the very bottom, I put here, be consistent with your posting, and you'll build more engagement and expectation. Consistency creates more responses on the links in your post and in your promoted posts. So relate to your audience base. So there you go. There's 11 types of content posts. This is all for Facebook marketing. Facebook post what content to post about, and I truly do hope that it helps you in some kind of way to be able to know exactly what to post about once you get online, and especially on Facebook or any social media platform. You want to be able to be kind of quick with whatever it is that you're posting about, but at the same time deliver a tremendous amount of value. So with that said, you can find me on Facebook at fb.me/itsgregmartinez, and this is exactly what you're going to come to right here. You'll see a picture of my family, my kiddos, my crazy Janessa. She's over there bombing the picture like she normally does. And then you'll see my crazy profile picture there. And let's link up, let's be friends, and let's connect. So with that said, I hope you got some value out of this video, and I will see you in the next one.